While many top free agents remain available this winter, one player not on that list could provide similar or greater impact than anyone in the open market. Arizona Diamondbacks second baseman Ketel Marte has emerged as one of the most intriguing trade possibilities, and how the organization resolves this situation remains one of the offseason's biggest unanswered questions. Arizona has been taking calls on their All-Star second baseman, with general manager Mike Hazen acknowledging the team is willing to listen to offers despite it remaining unlikely they move Marte. Any team searching for a bona fide superstar-level offensive player should be aggressively pursuing this opportunity. The past few years have made it easy to forget just how dominant Marte truly is. This isn't some fringe star on a struggling team. We're talking about a perennial MVP candidate who has been one of baseball's most consistent performers over the past decade. Since debuting with Seattle in 2015, Marte has recorded at least 25 home runs, 135 hits, 85 runs, 70 RBI, and 60 walks in each of the past 3 seasons. Last season, Marte hit .283 with 28 homers and 72 RBI over 128 games, earning his 3rd National League All-Star appearance. In 2024, he finished 3rd in NL MVP voting behind Shohei Ohtani and Juan Soto. The previous season, he recorded 157 hits and 71 walks while helping lead the Diamondbacks to a World Series appearance. Simply put, Marte ranks among the top 10 players in Major League Baseball, and his production consistently backs that up. What makes Arizona's longest-tenured player so valuable in a potential trade is the combination of elite production with one of baseball's most team-friendly contracts. In 2026, Marte enters the second year of a 6-year, $116.5 million extension signed in April. Players of Marte's caliber rarely become available. It's even rarer when such a player will earn less than $23 million per year throughout his contract's duration. This creates tremendous trade value for Arizona, while simultaneously making Marte an attractive acquisition target. Baseball fans might reasonably ask why the Diamondbacks would consider trading an MVP-caliber player like Marte. That's a fair question. The reality is, Arizona would need to be blown away by an offer to move the 32-year-old. The combination of his talent and contract value gives the organization all the leverage in negotiations. However, like many playoff hopefuls around baseball, the Diamondbacks desperately need young, controllable starting pitching. With Arizona boasting an offensive surplus, Marte represents a trade piece who could bring back frontline starting pitching and additional pieces in return. Another factor making a trade logical now is that Marte will receive full 10-5 rights in April, meaning 10 years of MLB service time with 5 years on the same team. After that point, he can veto any proposed trade, significantly decreasing Arizona's leverage in negotiations. While a Marte trade isn't guaranteed this winter, you could argue he'd be the second-best player available if he were in this year's free agent class. In a flawed market with many position players who fit limited numbers of teams in terms of roster construction, Marte is the type of hitter who would slot perfectly in the middle of any lineup. The Boston Red Sox have been linked to Marte most frequently thus far, but the Seattle Mariners and Toronto Blue Jays are also logical fits on paper, and realistically, Marte would improve any contending team's lineup. Whether the Diamondbacks actually move him remains uncertain, but Marte represents the type of player who can alter a team's divisional standing, push a rebuilding franchise into its contention window, or take a playoff team over the top. When we look back on this offseason months from now, it might turn out that Marte was the most impactful player to land on a new team before opening day 2026. His combination of proven production, MVP-level talent, and team-friendly contract makes him arguably the winter's most valuable trade chip. For breaking MLB news and complete baseball coverage, subscribe to USA Today News and stay informed on every major transaction.